Hello my chicken nuggets, welcome back. Today we're going to do another pick a card reading. I'm going to try and cleanse with some smoog if this will catch fire. And today's question is going to be, what new love is coming in for our single people out there? So this is Ollie. Or what new love is coming in, even if we do have people in relationships who want to see how their romance is going to develop with their special someone. So, come on, Bubba. No, it doesn't want to. Let's just try it this way. On behalf of our greatest and highest good, we ask that whatever messages need to come through for us do, in perfect comfort and pure alignment, with positive and inspiring intention, and whatever messages for healing that we require, I ask that those come through as well. But we might go for some gentle messages this time, because we've had a couple of harsh messages over the last couple of days, so gentle messages please. Okay, coolios. Now, crystals. Let's go with this black and green stone for group number 1. For group number 2, we've got this, kind of looks like blue turquoise or howling, except it's green. It's a really cool green too. It's like a mint candy green. And let's get another green, why not? Whilst we're on the green path, let's go for this guy. It's kind of like a blue-green for group number 3. Okay? So, take a deep breath in and out. And when you're ready, we'll get into the reading. Feel free to pause the video if you need to. But we're going to start with group number 1, who chose this one. And I'm going to use the Arthurian Tarot to start off with. Change it up a bit. See what messages come through for us, for the collective in group number 1. So we've got the 4 of Pentacles. We have the Grail Queen, which is the Queen of Cups. Whoa, we have the 3 of Pentacles. We have the Chariot. The Grail Maiden, so Page of Cups. Temperance. And the 5 of Cups. So we have a lot of water and earth energy here. So we could be dealing with a water and earth sign that's coming in for you in love. What I'm seeing here is that they are going to be really open with sharing their physical wealth. Like with this picnic basket, it's like they're not like particularly mysterious, like they're quite open You know, they're not proud, but they'll share. Like, they'll share things about themselves. They'll share their money. They'll share moments. They'll share their thoughts. You know, they're just pretty open, and they're a treasure chest too. Like, they've got some really great things, great qualities to share with you. So why not? And like, I'm seeing this chessboard here, but like, there's no pieces. So it's like, they're not going to try and play games with you. Like, they're an open map, kind of, is how I'm reading that. We also have the Queen of Pentacles, who's come through. And it's interesting because in the Queen of Pentacles, she's got the mirror and the chessboard with pieces on it. So it's like, you're used to finding people in your reality that like to play games with you, that might mistreat you and leave you out in the cold, and like, you're constantly trying to reflect back to them that game. Like, you try to one up them. Like, you never want them to beat you, which is nothing, that's not wrong with that. Like, I wouldn't want them to beat me either. Chicken, I'm watching you. Naga, don't be naughty. She does this thing. So Nugs is a cattle dog, red heeler, crossed with a wiry mouth heeler. And Ollie is a deer hound. But Ollie's a year old, and Nugs, I don't know how old she is, but I've had her for 3 years. So she's at least 3 years old. Probably 4, because she was fully grown when I got her. And she's the dominant dog. And she does this thing where she gets really still, and you know that she's about to have a go at Ollie. Like, she doesn't attack him, but she like tells him who's boss. Like, she was just about to do it then, so I was just stopping her. So sorry for the interruption. And yeah, again, with this Three of Pentacles, like, they really like to share. They like to build foundations with you. I feel like they're really quite open, just in general, like, with their personality. Like, kind of flamboyant. Flamboyant's not necessarily the right word, but they are kind of flamboyant. And they're kind of, they're quite humorous. Like, daggy. They're quite daggy, actually. If you don't know what that is, that's Australian slang. That's like silly, but in a cute way. Silly in a cute way. So yeah, they're quite daggy. They're quite open with their sexuality as well. Like, they are not like, when I say sexuality, like they'd be the kind of people, like, if they were your housemate, they would openly walk around naked in the house and not be ashamed. That kind of idea. Like, they're not like aggressively sexual or anything, but they are just like not ashamed of their primal nature. Okay. We've also got the Five of Pentacles. So again, like, I'm seeing that as confirmation with the Queen of Pentacles. Like, you're used to people like wanting to play games with you and leaving you in the dark and leaving you out of the cold and not really telling you how they feel. They're nothing like that. Nothing like that. They're very open. They're an open map, open chessboard. Ask them whatever you want and they will share. And they really like teamwork. Like, they like to work as a team. They like if you guys are having like relationship problems or something, if you are in a relationship, I can really see you or see them as being the person that asks if you can go see a relationship counselor. Like, they like to work together. They like to work in a team. And if you haven't met this person, then that's something that you get to know about them. Is like, they probably play team sports as well. Like, I can see them being like the ruck in the footy, like just like the center of support for the team, you know. With the Queen of Cups and the Page of Cups, I'm going to get some clarification on that. We've also got the Page of Wands. I think they're quite, I keep on saying the word open, but I think they're quite positive. Like, they really like to share how they feel about you. Like, they are unabashful about telling you how much they love you, unabashful about telling you what they appreciate. Like, you would come out of the bathroom after having a shower with no makeup on, or your hair's not done, or you haven't shaved, or who knows what, and they give you this gaze and they just feel like you're so beautiful, you know, like that kind of idea, like, oh, you're so handsome. Like, they're just constantly glamoured by you, and they are very vibrant in expressing that. Okay, they're very they're very proud that they get to be with you. Okay, and they're very proud to be able to walk around places with you next to them, you know. They love that, you know. With temperance though, it's like it's not like in a way that's like they don't see you as an accessory. Like, they just are proud to know that you chose them and they actually are worthy of you. Okay, and they like to show that off in a good way, in a positive way. But I do feel like they have polar opposite ends of themselves. So as much as they're usually in this energy, sometimes they can be depressive. I'm not thinking like bipolar, but they can sometimes get lost. And they can sometimes just feel overwhelmed because they try really hard to be positive all the time. They're always, you know, they're the clown in the classroom or like at work. They're the joker, you know. So they like to make people happy and sometimes don't pay enough attention to themselves and how they're feeling because they're always trying to work hard to make other people happy. So I feel like sometimes they can be really quite depressed and solemn on the inside, but won't show it. Like, they'll try to hide it with their smile and with laughter and jokes. So it's going to be up to you. Look, we've got the Lovers. It's going to be up to you to balance that for them with temperance, to be their counterpart that nurtures them and looks after them when they need and has a watchful eye and just recognizes their cues when maybe they're not as happy as they're trying to let on. Let's see if we can get some messages on how they might look or anything else that might come through. I'm going to use the animal spirit cards for this, actually. I knew those cards were going to come out. Okay, so we have the lion, we have the owl, and we have the black egg. So, they're going to be physically strong, I sense. They'll be physically strong. I feel like they're going to have facial structure-wise quite broad features with large eyes, but their eyes are going to be quite piercing, like a smoky kind of look to their eyes. It doesn't matter what color they are. Like, how do I describe it? Like, their eyes are going to be quite large, but see how like they are, like they come into that nice corner on both, like, and there's like going to be some sort of like depth to them. Like, when you look into like this crystal, for example, like when it catches the light, you can see the purple in them. So it doesn't matter if their eyes are blue or brown or green or grey, like they're going to be quite dark in that tone, but when the light catches through, you're going to see that colour come through, and they're going to be really like mysteriously smoky kind of looking. I do feel like they're going to have really nice hair, quite a lot of it too, on their body as well. I'm also getting the message if they're a female, like I think they're going to be quite progressive in that they don't like to shave their body hair. Well, they've just got a lot of hair on their head and like really heavy eyelashes as well, really heavy eyelashes, thick eyelashes and thick eyebrows, but like nicely groomed too, like it gives them nice shape to their face. Some of them might even have a widow's peak, I'm seeing here as well. But yeah, I do feel like they're gonna have like broad features, like a rounded, like a heart-shaped face. They're gonna have a heart-shaped or like rounded kind of face, high cheekbones, but quite like very like scooped. Does that make sense? So they're not going to be high up the top. They're going to be scooped at the bottom and quite flat over the top. Yeah, and like a nice like kind of broady kind of nose. For some of you, I feel like they are gonna have some Asian heritage. Sorry, my brother's just like casually freaking out. I don't know if you could hear him. I think he's running late for something. What else am I seeing? Energetically, they're going to feel really powerful, but playfully powerful, like a cub lion, not like the grown-up lion. Like, you know that cub that's kind of like not freshly born, like a couple of months old, is starting to become powerful, and like you wouldn't want to mess with it, but you can play with it also. So kind of like that kind of energy, like don't mess with them, but they're a lot of fun. And I do feel like, yeah, you're just got to be conscious of they'll keep a lot of secret feelings inside them, like when they're feeling down. They'll be very mysterious about how they're feeling and maybe not open up about it so much. I do feel like they like to take care of their nails. Even if they're a man, like they like to take care of their nails. And quite like warm toned skin too. No matter like what ethnicity, like the skin tone is going to be really warm. I used to be a makeup artist, so like there's like a cool tone skin, which is like more of that grey ashy tone, or like purpley tone, and then there's like warm toned or olive tone, and warm toned has more of that like golden yellowy kind of like fresh tan kind of look, more of like an orange undertone. So yeah, that's some indicators on how they look. When might they be coming in? Let's use the Moonology cards. Oh, okay. No, we're not going to use that because that doesn't make sense. Okay. That doesn't make sense either. They keep on giving me nodes. North node. No idea what that means, but maybe it'll mean something to you guys. Can we get a moon phase, please? And void, of course, moon. Okay. This one. Cardinal moon. Alright, so we officially have 3 cards that don't have a specific time frame, which means you guys are not meant to know when they're coming in. Hashtag sorry. Maybe those moon phases, concepts will mean something to you. I don't know enough about Moonology to know, so I have no idea about that. So I do apologise. But yeah, that's all I have for you, group number 1. I hope you enjoyed that reading. If you'd like a private reading with me, then my email's in the description box below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Okay, hello group number 2 that chose this chunky fella. Let's see what comes out for your new love. Okay, so I'm using the Arthurian Tarot today We have the Lovers. We have the King of Wands, or the Spear King. We have the Ace of Cups, Grail Hello. We have the Queen of Pentacles, Stone Queen. And we have Three of Swords. What else? We have the Hanged Man and Justice. Okay, cool. Cool. I think I'm actually going to take Sentinel clarifying cards for all of these. So let's see what comes through to clarify. So we have the Knight of Wands for the Lovers. Oh my god, I'm just going to leave it like that. We have the Nine of Cups for the Spear King, or the King of Wands. Ooh, damn son. Okay, we have the Four of Swords for the Grail Hello, the Ace of Cups. Let's move these down. We have the Magician clarifying the Queen of Pentacles. We have the Three of Cups clarifying the Three of Swords. And we have the Knight of Cups clarifying the Hanged Man, or the Wounded King. We have the Hermit clarifying Justice. Then we also have the Queen of Cups and the Hierophant. So, Queen of Cups, Hierophant. Okie dokie. So, what I'm seeing here is this love is coming in soon. It's like rushing in through the door pretty much. Or you've like already met them quite recently and you're curious about where it's going. But yeah, it's happening pretty bloody soon, let me tell you that. The person that's coming into your life is going to be quite accomplished already, but they're just lacking love. They're lacking romantic fulfillment, which is what they'll be seeking with you. I feel like they're going to be quite in touch with their feminine side, regardless if they're male or female. They are going to be quite in touch with their feminine side, but they're not going to be feminine, if that makes sense. So even if they're female, like they're not going to be a particularly feminine person. They're quite practical, quite ambitious, quite fiery and determined. I feel like a lot of them are tradespeople, even if they're women. Yeah, I feel like a lot of them are tradespeople, or you work with their hands, use their bodies, do a lot of heavy lifting, a lot of wielding, that kind of stuff. They've been doing a lot of personal development and a lot of personal growth to find happiness and fulfillment within themselves. Okay, so that's really amazing because they're not going to be seeking validation through you. The love that they bring to you is going to be pure and good and intent, and it's not going to be arbitrary or false or misleading. It's going to be genuine love, and it's not going to be insecure love. It's going to be unconditional, given unconditionally and genuinely, because they've already found fulfillment within themselves. So they're not using you for anything. They simply are going to be with you because they choose to be with you, because they enjoy your company. They I'm getting an interesting message here for some of you that they're going to be like, for you, this is I hope this makes sense. So, you know, when you're lying in bed and you've just woken up in the morning and it's a Sunday morning and you don't have to go to work, or if you work on Sundays, it's a day that you don't have to go to work and you can just relax. And the sun is shining through your window. It's quite warm. You're quite comfortable. And the birds are chirping outside, and they just enhance that moment that much more for you. Like in a movie, you know, like the chicken, stop it. Sorry, my dog's being cheeky. Like, they just make that moment really like a fairy tale. That's what this person's going to be like for you. Like, they just enhance your life that is already beautiful that much more. And that's what you're going to be like for them. Not like you're not insignificant. That's not what I mean. I just mean that you are going just to be like this really beautiful enhancement. I don't know how to describe it anymore. You just make everything better. You just make everything sing that much more. I do feel like they are coming out of a bad relationship at the moment. We've got the Three of Swords and the Three of Cups. So you might actually get together quite soon after they've already been in a relationship. I don't think there's going to be a lot of time where they contemplate before they actually come to you with an offer. And usually that would be a bad thing, but I'm not seeing it as being a bad thing in this case, because they've already done all the introspection that they need to bring like justice. Like, I feel like they're quite intelligent and they think things through quite quickly. And I don't feel like they're going to be particularly heartbroken by this breakup, to be honest. Like, I feel like if anything, they were depressed by this relationship, and to break up with them is actually bringing them justice. It's actually balancing the scales for them by leaving them. And you are like their new, like, I've got the Queen of Cups just come out, like you're their new, not new, you are the true way of happiness for them. Does that make sense? Because I feel like they went on a spiritual transformation between the time that they met you and when they were already thinking about breaking up with this person. So it's kind of like they've already reconciled how they were feeling about you and feeling about their current relationship whilst they were in the relationship. All they actually had to do was break up, okay? So there's not a lot of time required after the breakup for them to reconcile how they feel about it, because they've already done that work. Like, you kind of like triggered them to really, they already weren't happy, and your presence kind of triggered them to move on and make a decision already, is what I'm hearing. All right, let's take some animal spirit cards to see what their physical features might be like. So we have the lizard. We have the hummingbird. So they're definitely going to be agile with the lizard and the hummingbird. I'm seeing runners. Like they like to go running, jogging. Yeah, look, the cheetah. Like a marathon runner. Yeah. They like summer. They enjoy the heat. They really like to talk a lot. They're very social. I'm seeing that they're quite slim, but not lanky. They're just slim. Like, kind of like how a swimmer... No, not a swimmer, because they have broad shoulders, actually. Like, people who... Like, the kind of people that you see when they go on marathon runs, like... They have abs, they have muscles and everything, but they're really lightweight because they have to be able to move fast and not have to carry so much weight for long. Pardon me, like, what's another good example? Like soccer players. Yeah, they're not particularly bulky, but they're fit, but they're quite light as well, because you have to be light on your feet, like that. What else? What else am I seeing? feel like they don't have particularly large eyes, but their eyes will be alluring nonetheless. I am thinking they've got some sort of variation of brown or hazel green eyes. Not a lot of blue-eyed people in this group. But you know those kind of brown eyes that are quite chocolatey, like a chocolatey red kind of color? I'm seeing that. I'm seeing like a really light brown to a point that it's almost hazel. I'm seeing hazel eyes, and I'm seeing green eyes that are turning brown, kind of like they're the lightest part of, like, they're not green, but they're also not green. Does that make sense? Oh, what is wrong with me? I hope that made sense. But yeah, I'm not seeing a lot of like lighter eyes and that. What else have we got? I think they'll have quite long limbs, like they'll be quite tall. See if we get any other colours, because I'm not getting much more from these ones. They're going to be quite attractive, you know, like, yeah, look, the peacock, they're going to be quite attractive. Again, like that golden kind of ambery, hazily eye colour. The stingray. Yeah, long limbs, for sure. Some of them might be swimmers. So they might have broader shoulders, but they're going to be quite slim everywhere else. But still fit nonetheless. Oh, they like to take up all the bed. I just got that message. Have fun with that. You might have to sleep in separate beds because they are bed hogs for sure. Tattoos. Yeah. Lots of tattoos. Not lots of tattoos on the one being, sorry. I mean, like, a lot of them have tattoos. Okay, I think that's all I'm getting. Some of them have, what's it called? Shit, what's it called? It's a skin condition where your melanin pigmentation starts to disperse and scatter. It's on the tip of my tongue. My grandma has it. If you look up Winnie Harlow, she's a beautiful model. She has it. Yeah, I think some of them are going to have that, because I was picking that up with the stingray and the cheetah, and then the peacock I got the confirmation again. So yeah, I cannot remember for the life of me what it is. So okay, and let's take a Moonology card, see when they might be coming in. It is going to be soon because we had that Knight of Wands, but let's see if we can get something more specific. New Moon in Taurus. When is that? Whenever the new moon in Taurus is, that's around the time that you'll meet them. I don't know if that's already passed or not. I have your mental blank. Anyway, look it up. Okay, thanks group number 2. I hope that resonated with you or you enjoyed it at least. If you'd like a private reading with me, then my email's in the description box below. And I'd love to see you in the next reading. Ciao for now, my loves. Hello, group number 3, welcome. So we're actually, those of you who chose this guy, sorry, by the way. We're actually going to start with an Angel Oracle card because I just accidentally picked it up. So we've got healing there. So your people are going to be healers. They're going to be quite nurturing. I wouldn't be surprised if we get a lot of Pentacle energy come out. But yeah, they're going to really look after you. They're going to be really loving and kind and generous. And they're just going to enjoy looking after you too. Like, it's not going to be like they feel like they have to, like they're going to want to, even when you don't want them to look after you. You're going to be like, just leave me alone, and they're like, just let me cook you just let me cook you some soup. And you're like, I don't want any soup. That kind of idea. They just want to look after you. They enjoy looking after people. We've got 6 of Swords. Whoopsie daisies. We have the the Knight of Cups. Oh no, I lost a petal. Okay, put you back there. What else have we got? We have the Wheel of Fortune. We have 3 of Pentacles. And Knight of Wands, Spear Maiden. Three of Wands. Queen of Pentacles. 3 of Swords. And 10 of Swords. Okay. So, a lot of sword energy, a little bit of earth energy, bit of water and a bit of fire. So got a bit of a mixed bucket here. These people are going to be hard workers. They're going to be resilient. They're very positive even during hard and difficult times. But I do feel like their mood is going to be quite changeable. They're going to be quite moody. They might even have like bipolar or something, because we've got the Wheel of Fortune and the 3 of Swords. I'm seeing there's a lot of ups and a lot of downs. And they might get quite fiery during those down times and burn some bridges. But they bounce back pretty quickly and they can rebuild quite well. It's not detrimental, but they are going to be quite moody, but also quite loving and quite sharing at the same time, and that's what helps them to rebuild quite easily. And they take action quite quickly to repair problems. Like, they don't just sit around waiting for things to happen. Like, they go about their day making sure that everyone's okay, and that is there anything I can do to help? Please, like, I'm just a phone call away if you need me, that kind of idea. Knight of Pentacles, like, they're very family oriented, friend oriented, group oriented, good at teamwork, really nurturing and kind. Yeah, they certainly don't wait around for things to happen. They go after what they want, that's for sure. I feel like it's part of their soul path to be so moody, because it's helping them end karmic cycles. It's helping them evolve really quickly. Like, I think they pick things up really quickly. They're very smart. They learn things very, very fast. And I feel like they're quite wise for the age. Like, if they're really young, I feel like they'd have the wisdom of someone 20 years older than them, or they'd even be wiser than them, even still. And we've got the Lovers here as well. So, with the Elk in there, like, I feel like they've got a lot of stamina to go after the things that they love. But at the same time, they can be childish or act like an adolescent when they're in a bad mood. but they're working on ending that with death. Like they're really working on, and the Seven of Pentacles, they're really working on growing from it. They're using these hard times to grow and nurture and not just like wallow in self-pity or wallow in darkness. Yeah. They're trying to figure themselves out with the Seven of Cups. They're trying to figure out who they are. They're using it well. They're using it wisely. It's just a part of who they are. And I think you understand that, okay? And that's why you are destined to be with them. Because you understand it's a circle of life. It's just the way the wheel turns. We all go through those phases, but they just go through them more regularly and more often and a lot faster than what other people experience it. Let's take some clarifying cards. Page of Pentacles. What else? Yep. The World. King of Cups. And the Eight of Wands and the King of Pentacles. So they are using these karmic cycles to learn to stabilize their emotions and figure out who they are, and it's going to serve them very well. They're going to become very wise people once they've had that reconciliation of the past and integrated their shadow self with their conscious mind. And it's going to be teaching for you too. Like they're going to teach you a lot of things, even though they're quite moody. Like I feel like you enjoy that in a way because you learn things from them through it, and they're very communicative about how they're feeling. They don't keep it to themselves, so you know, they like to talk through their emotions, which I think you'll enjoy too, because they grow from it, as do you. And again, like they're really nurturing, really kind, and they'll be there for you when you need to talk about how you're feeling. They'll be there for you too, which is really amazing. And they'll be quite understanding and empathetic to how you feel because they get it, you know. Let's take some animal spirit cards and see what kind of physical attributes they might have. So we have the dragonfly. We have the starfish. And the octopus. Take one more. Okay, no more. Sorry. So they're going to be very physically attractive with the starfish and the dragonfly. Very physically attractive. They're going to have a lot of friends, a really big social network. They're going to be quite like ethereally, like kind of angelic looking. Like I'm seeing like blonde, blue eyes, golden skin, big lips, like plushy kissable lips, like that kind of idea, like that angelic kind of appearance, like really luscious, shiny locks of hair, like the kind of like beautifulness that you loathe because they're just so damn beautiful. It's like, who are you? No one should be born that beautiful. And their energy will emanate that too. I do feel like you're going to find them very enchanting, like they're a portal to another world, you know, like they put you in this dream state, like you feel like just magical when you're around them, kind of, because you can see like the brain lighting up like an MRI scan. Like it's just like you just want to stick to them and be like, never leave me because you're amazing, you know. They're very observant, very watchful, even when you don't know it, and they can be very subtle. They make a lot of subtle hints, but at the same time they're very loud and talk a lot. But when it comes down to like saying something really meaningful or saying something quite profound, they're very subtle about it. Like they'll be very social and everything, but I think they just like they talk a lot for the fun of talking. When it comes to like yeah, just like being very, very profound, or making subtle like little hints about something, or I keep on saying subtle, I need to stop saying that. What's another way of describing this? Like I just feel like you could be casually having a conversation with them at work or something, or at dinner, and you could be talking about the weather, and all of a sudden they'll say something really wise and profound and not even realize that they said something, but it just rocked your whole world. You're like, whoa, you just like transformed me and my understanding of life. But to them, it's like they just took another bite of food. They're like, move on. That kind of idea. They like to communicate a lot. They like to talk a lot. But yeah, very pretty, beautiful, handsome people. Green eyes, blue eyes, amber eyes. I'm seeing like really light colored eyes, not necessarily dark brown eyes or anything like that. Like even if their eyes are brown, like it would be like an amber kind of golden brown, like they'd be really light brown. But I'm seeing that they're more so blue or green. But yeah, let's see, we'll get a Moonology card and see when they might be coming into your life. We'll just take one. This one. New Moon in Gemini. And it's funny that it's communication is key, because I said how they really like to talk, but around June, my loves, around June. Okay, that is all I have for you, group number 3. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you... Ollie's starting to crack the shits. I hope that you enjoyed the reading, and I can't wait to see you in the next video. Bye for now.